Hello everybody and welcome back to part 4 of my Road to Glory series, and it's our junior year at Ohio State. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell, and let's get right into it. After throwing for over 4,000 yards and 49 touchdowns to only 11 interceptions after our sophomore year at Kennesaw State, we are looking to go up against Texas in our first game as a starter at Ohio State. I cannot tell you how relieving it was to actually have receivers that'll catch balls like that. Oh my gosh. And this would be the first passing touchdown as a junior in my first game as an Ohio State quarterback. Might as well call me a yak merchant in terms of yards on this play. It was all a wide receiver there. Now we might be getting into blowout territory as we take a 24-7 lead. You thought deep balls were like crazy at Kennesaw State. Just you wait for this season. It's about to get more insane. Protection might not be much better, but you know what, I got the throw off and we'll take another touchdown. I had trust in my wide receiver to beat this impact player star DB, and I get rewarded for it. That's what happens when you put trust in your wide receivers. And in my first start as a Buckeye, we win against Texas, and we will go to 2-1. Hey, that's how we like to start it. Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week. And what could be considered a trap game, I consider it an easy matchup as we go up against the Ball State Cardinals in our next game. You'll see Jeremiah Smith, number 4, be used a lot. He's actually a true freshman this year in real life, and he's going to be my favorite target. Just watch. Call me Peyton Manning because I keep making hot routes and audibles and whatever, and getting touchdowns at the same time. Be handing out touchdowns like it's candy on Halloween. Yeah, with this big of a lead, it's pretty safe to assume that I'm probably not going to be playing in the fourth quarter, so gotta rack up those numbers. This would end up being my final score before I was subbed out for the fourth quarter, and we would win by 52, 72-20. We might already be setting Jeremiah Smith up for a Heisman. Next game is against the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Down 6-0 early, we'll take this ball and go all the way to the end zone for a touchdown, take a 7-6 lead. Then Nebraska would end up just scoring right back to make it 13-7. so we'll just score again. Does that sound alright? Halftime comes and the score is 31-20. We are up by 11. Dot! Well, I guess I'll have to turn up to clutch time now. Let's get it! Ain't no thing. So I fumbled a few times, but I threw for 500 yards and 5 touchdowns. I don't know why I'd get roasted. Kinda weird. So after just 3 games played, I have over 1,500 yards and 20 touchdowns to 0 interceptions. Heisman possibility? Our next game is against the Iowa Hawkeyes. My God, what a throw. As an Ohio State fan in real life, God, I hope he's this good eventually. Despite Iowa unrealistically putting up 14 straight, we'll just take this for a touchdown. I don't know what you expect at this point. They need to stop pressing my man. Like, you ain't beating him on the press. Like, I know you're Iowa, but like still. I honestly don't know how this play ended up being a touchdown. Beats me, man. Tested the safety, didn't matter. Unrealistically, Iowa would put up 52, but we'd win because we put up 59. That's another dub. So our next game was against the Indiana Hoosiers, but I don't know what to say because I got moved back down to QB3. Don't know what happened. The next person, like I had almost maxed out coach trust. The starter had 4,000. I don't know why. And so I had to fight my way back up to QB1. Luckily, after the Indiana game, the next 2 weeks were bye weeks, and so it ended up working out because I didn't miss any other games for the rest of the season. But like, I was so confused. Like, it was insane. Like, why am I moving back down to QB3? I was the definitive starter, and I was balling out as the starter too. Luckily, we didn't lose to the Hoosiers, so we still only have 1 loss, and our next game is against Maryland. After scoring a touchdown on the first play of our next possession, we score another touchdown. Dot! This is like the second time this has happened. We score a touchdown, and then on the first play of the very next possession, we score another touchdown. Maryland, I know you soft, but I didn't know you were this soft. This was honestly a very stupid throw, but it's Ohio State, so we ended up making the play. I don't know why, but they let me play the fourth quarter, and even though Maryland was kind of starting to make a comeback, we kept scoring. Didn't matter. Final score 73-51. I didn't know we were the Big 12. I thought we were the Big 10. At this point, we are ranked number 2, and the team that we lost to is ranked number 3 in Oregon. But somehow Washington played like all of their conference games already, and so we might not make the Big 10 championship. Our next game is against the USC Trojan Condoms. This will tie the game up 7-7. Stupid throw, great catch. That's all I have to say. We're down 24-21 at halftime. Damn, what a throw. With the game tied at 41 apiece, we need a big play, and luckily, we got it. (58-48) dub. Let's move on to the next week. Here's what the bracket would look like if the playoffs were to start today. Jeremiah Smith is first in the Heisman voting, and I am third. At this point, I have over 3,500 yards, over 40 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions. It's a good year so far. Our next game is against the Illinois Fighting Illini. With this great throw and catch, we'll take a 7-0 lead early. We'll take this 21-0 lead on the first play of the second quarter. God, we needed this. We'll take another touchdown to increase our lead to 2 possessions after a mishap. This is actually my first rushing touchdown of the year. It took long enough. great block. And so this will be a yak merchant. Touchdown. This is my third interception of the game, and honestly it wasn't even my fault. We win the rivalry game 58-39. After a mixed bag of performance, I fall into 4th in the Heisman voting. I have thrown for over 4,000 yards, 50 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. Our next game was against the Northwestern Wildcats, the team that was most interested in me when I was coming into college. And on the first play of the first quarter, we take a touchdown. Dot! 14-0. Dot! Early in the second half, we'll take a 38-0 lead. Will I have to be subbed out in the 4th? Guess we'll find out soon. They let me play in the 4th quarter, but I pretty much just ran out the clock. We win 45-10. So with Oregon losing one of their conference games, all we have to do is win our final game of the year against Michigan, and we'll be in the Big Ten Championship. Should have taken Y here, but I guess we'll just have to deal with it. We'll have a slow start to the game, but this touchdown will help us go up 13-10. With less than a minute in the first half, we'll take this very open go route for a touchdown. Well, this was a dot. It was ruled an incomplete pass, but after review, it was ruled a touchdown. Let's go. I don't know why he stopped halfway through his route, but yeah, I guess it's another interception. Perfectly executed corner, route, throw, and catch. Even though the game was well over at this point, we scored another touchdown, which would end up being the final score of the game. We win 48-26. We would play the Big Ten Championship against Washington, the Huskies. Jeremiah Smith is a lock for the Heisman, so I guess I won't win a Heisman this year. This is not the way you want to start off the Big Ten Championship. Huge play here to take the lead in the Big Ten Championship with about 3 minutes left to go in the first half. I'll take a good QB draw for a rushing touchdown. I'll take it. We're trying to close this one out as soon as possible so that we can get onto our first round bye in the college football playoff. Should I just get to the end at this point? I think we already know we won. And we are Big Ten champions after winning 59-30, and we'll get the first seed and the first round bye in the college football playoff. Jeremiah Smith is your Heisman Trophy winner. And we will face the Pitt Panthers in the quarterfinal, also known as the Orange Bowl, this year. In other news, I was a Big Ten, All Big Ten first team, and an All-American second team. Early 7-0 lead. It would take until over halfway into the second quarter for us to break the 7-7 tie right here. By the beginning of the fourth quarter, it was 23-14 our lead, and we're just going to extend that lead just a bit more. We would win the Orange Bowl 36-20, and we would move on to the college football playoff semifinal to face off against Oregon, the only loss on our record. Our defense would score a touchdown, and by the time it was nearing the end of the first half, we were down 20-10. And then I'd throw an interception, which would lead to a touchdown, and now we had to make a comeback. And despite it all, we won, and we'll be heading to the national championship to face off against Clemson. Down 7-3 early. On this play, this happened. And it looks like we were in for a good one, as we were down 21-20 at halftime. I would end up rushing for a touchdown when we were down 28-20, but on the 2-point conversion, I attempted to do the same thing, but I failed. And so the game was 28-26. Fourth quarter rolled around and we were still down 28-26, but after this play we got into field goal range. We ended up scoring a field goal, and then Clemson would score 2 field goals of their own, so with less than 3 minutes left to go, we needed a touchdown to win the game. But then this happened.
Ahead of the sticks.
No! Picked off for the defense. Going the other way, can they?
That's right, I threw a pick 6, and now our chances of winning the game were astronomically small now. We needed to score a touchdown and fast without using any timeouts if we even wanted a chance of winning this game.
Now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Offense getting set. Second down play here. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Buckeye.
No chance. There's still a chance.
And looking to throw now on first down. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They finally get him down at the 10-yard line. Sets up a 1st and goal. What a play. Buckeyes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip.
One down the clock, trying to make sure Clemson does not get a chance at winning this game. We've been timing it. We get the 2-point conversion.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Touchdown, Ohio State. They will claim the second half lead. This is just quarterback wizardry. An amazing game with a national championship on the line.
Yeah, I think we're in.
This might be as good
You got both feet down.
as I've seen in a national championship in some time. The defense has got to try to do something to get him out of sync by trading the blitz or sit back and change up coverage, because what they've called up to this point just isn't working.
Quarterback heading right, trying to create on the move. And it's incomplete. The try fails. They can't build their lead here in the...
And despite me nearly throwing the game away, we did it. Ohio State are national champions. I finished my junior season with over 7,000 passing yards, 79 touchdowns to 18 interceptions. Passing yards and passing touchdowns are new NCAA records. My career stats up to this point: I have 15,190 yards, 147 passing touchdowns to only 41 interceptions, with a 68% completion percentage. Now I ask you this question. I say this because I'm going to ask you this question. Do I leave for the NFL, or do I stay with Ohio State? Because I'm not entering the transfer portal. Or do I stay with Ohio State for my senior year? I'm graduated, I did the 3.7 GPA for my first 3 years. And now, it's all up to you. Do I continue? Do I try and go back to repeat? Or do I leave for the NFL? With Madden coming out in the next week, we could jump right back into it. It's your choice. If we do end it here, I will try and start another road to glory. Or maybe even a dynasty. But other than that, see you on the flip side.